So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Tuesday and we have a few things to discuss. We may call a couple of people this morning and do some little spot check type phone call interviews with them. I'll make up my mind where we're going with that as the show goes along. But good morning to all of you across the region, those of you watching us internationally, everybody locked on via the social media platforms, whether it is Facebook, YouTube, Tego, or Twitch. All right, good morning to you guys. And it's another day of Breaking Dawn and another day in the news in Trinidad and Tobago. Another day of controversy and drama. All right, bacchanal and misbehavior. And of course, we're going to discuss all of that this morning with you guys. All right, World Cup action resumes today with the first of two semi-finals, Spain and France. We are back in Director. Your team gone home, so I don't know. He was back in Colombia. As the man buy a Colombian jersey, Colombia went home. I don't know why he went and buy a Colombian jersey, you know. As he buy the jersey, Colombia get knocked out. Is he great? I'm telling you. Is he worse? I'm telling you. You understand? Out of all the teams in the world that you could decide to back, you decided to back Colombia. You understand? And they was playing good football, you know. They was playing some good football. I ain't lying, but, you know, they end up in a little thing, a rough situation there with Switzerland, and that was the end of them. Courtesy the director. You still have the jersey? Well, you know, it's the same color as your car. Anyway, but let's get into the news this morning. And we're gonna try to educate this morning as well as it relates to those data centers. You know, I realize that still a lot of people may not know what a data center is, and a lot of people may not understand why there have been so many calls and concerns around the environmental impact of these data centers. However, China managed to build a data center under the sea, right? And is wind-powered, okay? But we'll get to all of that, right? Now, they're not really the first to do it. Microsoft did try it some years ago, and it was successful. However, they cut the program short, or the project short, and they terminated it. And I can't remember what the exact reason for it was, but I think it was cost. I think at the time it may not have been cost effective or whatever the case might be. But it did work, right? However, China has been able to do it. Of course, leave it up to the Chinese, they'll figure it out. But we'll get to that and we'll show you that video. And then I might call the Minister of Public Administration and AI, Minister Dominic Smith. Let me get his thoughts on it. But as we look at the news this morning, in the news this morning, government is pushing back against AI data centers and the naysayers. And that pushback actually, keep up that headline because that's one of the headlines I sent for you, right? All right, I wasn't going to start with that one, but you're already there, you jumped the gun. So we'll go with your, Lord, I hope you do end up like Colombia this morning, huh? All right, right, so here we go. Right, so the government continues to push back against growing criticism over its proposed artificial intelligence data centers, with Tertiary Education and Skills Training Minister Professor Prakash Prasad accusing opponents of being naysayers who complain regardless of the outcome, while Pinal Dibe Regional Corporation Chairman Gautam Maharaj sought to reassure the public that any risks associated with the project would be properly managed. And the comments came amid increasing public debate following last week's signing of 3 MOUs between the government and United States organizations. And 2 of the agreements seek to establish large-scale artificial intelligence infrastructure and data centers in Trinidad and Tobago, while a 3rd focuses on restarting steel production at Point Lisas using strategic metals. All right, and what did he say, boy, Prakash Prasad? I think he said something to the effect that I don't want to misquote the man. All right, anyhow, you get the gist of what he he is saying, is that, you will have these naysayers. Regardless of whatever you do, there will always be naysayers. And I agree with that, but I think there are some genuine concerns here as it relates to the data centers. They do take up quite a bit of power and resources, electricity, water, that type of thing. So I could understand where the concerns are coming from. While on the other hand, I could also understand, I would understand the position of the government, because at the end of the day, if you bow to the pressure of everybody that opposed to what you're doing, then you're not going to reach anywhere. And this could be a game changer. And I'll ask the minister about that when I call him. I will call him this morning. But it could be a game changer, because I have done a little research on this. There are over 800 data centers being built throughout the world. Over 800. Mainly the United States of America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Okay? And that's it. Notice, nothing in South America. Right? So, if this proceeds, we would be the only data center in the Caribbean region, plus, we're very close to South America. So we would also be, servicing South America as well, right? With data mining and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of doors and opportunities there, a lot of jobs and things would be created there, but the environmental impact and concerns are, I think, genuine. So you're between the devil and the deep blue sea. All right? But we'll find out some of the, I'll call the minister and just get some clarity on some things there shortly. Okay? All right. In other news this morning, death threats against the Commissioner of Police, Guevaro's 2 children. They are also said to be in danger. But the TTPS denies rogue senior cop involved. So, Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevaro is standing defiant in the face of death threats from the criminal elements directed at him and his family, insisting he will not allow cowardly acts of intimidation to deter him from hunting down the criminals. Responding to questions relating to a reported threat that if the criminal elements were unable to get to him, they would instead go after his 2 daughters, Guevaro labeled the threats a cowardice act. And the latest threat was received by a police constable via the 999 hotline at 9:27 p.m. on Saturday, July 11th. It claimed, quote, "Bosses and them want to come outside. It have too much expletive bosses inside, and if they don't come out, if we can't get to him, we will get to his expletive children. We know you have a big daughter and a small daughter." Referring specifically to the threats, Guevaro said, "That is cowardly. Come after me all you want. But to threaten me to leave the bosses or they will come after my daughters, I want them to know that Gopal luck is not Sipol luck." Guevaro, noting that he is not prepared to back down from doing what needs to be done, including putting people considered to be untouchables behind bars, also warned, quote, "Some rain does fall on everyone's roof." Papayo. While he refrained from saying much else, the top cop reaffirmed his commitment to the job, repeating the oath he swore on the day he was installed as the Commissioner of Police. All right? And you can read about that further, I suppose, in the news. All right? The prison boss has been sent on leave amid a complaint that Hadid has been getting VIP treatment. What kind of VIP treatment they could get inside there? Prison Commissioner Carlos Carrasco has been sent on leave days after Prison Officers Association complained about alleged VIP treatment being given to businessman Dominic Hadid, who is currently incarcerated at the maximum security prison in Arouca under a PDO. Now, the media understands that Karasp was sent on leave for 4 months. Superintendent Elvin Scanterbury has been chosen to act during his absence. In confirming the root of the issue yesterday, Prison Officer Association General Secretary Lester Logie said he wrote to Karasp about the matter on Friday, copying the letter to Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar and Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander. In the letter, Logie said the association had raised concerns that Hadid, the founder and executive chairman of Blue Waters Products Limited, was receiving treatment not afforded to other detainees, creating a safety risk for prison officers. Now, members were being, he went on to say, quote, members were being threatened because of it. They said he was out late in the night, he's outside his cell, all after 8, 9 o'clock in the night. Most of the day, he is in the prison administrative building, Logie claimed. The officers seeing him watching football, that kind of thing, while the other detainees locked down in their cells. He watched World Cup and things like that in the admin building. That's the administrative offices. We don't have inmates in there. What madness is going on? What is really going on there? No, serious? We back in Argentina or something? What you doing? What you doing in the administration building watching football? Logie said the administrative building is separate from the prison compound. He added it's separate from the prison compound. He added that officers reported being threatened by other detainees who believe Hadid is receiving preferential treatment. According to Logie, Hadid is being held in the remand section of the MSP and occupies a cell by himself. Well, obviously, he would have to, that is how they would treat with somebody detained of high stature as Hadid, right? Because he's a money man. So they wouldn't put him in the general population. They would put him separate and apart by himself in a cell so that he has no interaction with any of the inmates, because he could easily tell a man, and you know, man, there's have phones in prison, right? He could always tell a man, look, ABC XYZ, and I'll pay you XYZ. So they just keep them separate, right? So, right. So he's being held at the remand section of the MSP and occupies a cell by himself. He said Hadid is entitled to leave his cell for morning exercise and to receive visits, but was getting other privileges. Well, I think sitting in the administration building watching football is not... I tell you, Trinidad sweet too bad, you know. Trinidad sweet too bad, boy. So who are you watching the football with? Other officers and the prison boss? Were they drinking a couple beers and thing and having a drink and ordering cutters and thing too? What madness are you reading here, boy? Boy, how I tell you. Anyway, domestic disputes and arguments driving murder toll, says Alexander. Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander says most of the homicides recorded for the year thus far were not gang-related or carefully planned attacks, but random arguments and domestic disputes. He therefore urged the public to exercise restraint and walk away from potentially dangerous situations for their own safety and the safety of others. The murder toll stood at 203 yesterday morning, compared to 212 for the same period last year. And speaking with the media during the launch of the barbering course for young men at his El Dorado Road to the Puna constituency office, Alexander reported that while this year's murder toll was still trending below the previous years, the margin was smaller. And he added that given the nature of arguments as a motive for murder, it was difficult for the police to predict and formulate strategies to prevent violence that could happen randomly, arguing that continuous community-level engagements aimed at anger management were critical to making a meaningful change in these categories of murders. Well, really and truly, and I think I said this maybe last week or yesterday, or no, I think it was last week, that if you really check it out, you're not really seeing much gang-related murders taking place. Now, there was a peace deal by these gangs. This Trinidad artist, Cayman 6, ended up dropping the 6, and he said he will be known now as Cayman. You know what I mean? I do not know if this peace is real. I do not know how long it would last. I do know that on the day that they planned to have the little march and come together, when the police stopped the march from happening, because they did not have permission, I remember Alexander, there was a video clip of Alexander standing up and he was talking to them, to those youths. And you could be as critical as you wanted for Roger Alexander, but the one thing that you do not see, and I do not know why it's not promoted better, if you go to his page, his Facebook page, where he has all the activities of his constituency, you will see the kind of engagement that he has with the youths in the community. It is second to none as an MP. Right? I might call him this morning, you know. I might call him this morning. I'll leave that. Let me leave that for now. Let me leave that for now. Right? I just look at little things. You understand? When everybody's studying all kind of bacchanal and whatever, I just look at other things. And there are some terrific initiatives that he has going on in the Tunapuna area, in that constituency then. The PNM prepares for a fight to save its reputation. The People's National Movement says it has nothing to hide and is preparing to fight what it describes as an attempt to tarnish the party's reputation in an investigation into the source of funds used to renovate its Balize House headquarters. And in a post yesterday, opposition leader Penelope Beckles said the party would defend its reputation, describing the police investigation as an attempt by government to vilify the PNM. Oh, good. Right. All right. Well, we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes. Yeah, that's it. All right. We're 20 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. We have a couple clips to run, so I don't want to stick here. But before we go to the break, I would like to remind you about Elders, because this vacation, Elders Classes is offering 3 exciting opportunities for growth and success. And they have the AI 3-week course where you can learn to master practical AI tools that will transform your business projects and school assignments. You have the CSEC vacation classes, and that is a 6-week program for Forms 3, 4, and 5. And the 3rd course is a conversational Spanish course. So if you're ready to speak Spanish with confidence, join their lively 7-week course and open doors to new opportunities. You could give them a call on 6278632 or 715-5480 and get registered today. That is Elders. Also, Chef Shiraz has the open day. So he has the open day. Well, no, sorry. What's saying? I thought that means that I rotated. Oh, but all right. Oh, you're going with the open day today? All right. So he has the open day. And it will take place, of course, on the 16th, 17th, and 18th of July, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Discover the Chef in You. Live cooking demo at 11 a.m. And there's going to be academy tours, and you can meet instructors and current students, information sessions, on many of the courses and programs available, admission and enrollment guidance, scholarship and payment plan information, all of that will be on show during this open day event. Admission is absolutely free. Refreshments will be provided. So give him a call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097 and get more information from Chef Shiraz. All right? And finally, Seth Viola Board, who will be on later this morning. He has a holistic health clinic. You can reverse those diseases naturally instead of managing them. And it's drug-free, supplement-free. Of course, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. Book an appointment today by giving him a call on 279-3935 or 761-1952. You could also order his book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. And you can get the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Amazon, Nelson's in Tobago, or the digital copy is available on Gumroad. So with that, we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, a little information on AI data centers and what they were able to do in China. And then I'll see if I can get the Minister of Public Administration and AI on the line for a quick interview before we take some calls from you. And then we'll see how the second hour goes. If I get on to Alexander, I get on to him. But one way or the other, Alexander will be featured in the second hour because we also have the video clip with Philip Alexander, who drove through Diego Martin in some of the upper parts, the higher circle parts of Diego Martin on Sunday. And he raised an issue and made a point much to what I've been saying as it relates to those certain corporations not doing the job properly and pretending like they don't have funds. But we'll get to that. Don't go anywhere. Breaking On continues after this. It's Tuesday.
Come on down to the AO World Cup Arena. View all World Cup games live. Located at All Out, 94 Tragarete Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Are love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges, Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Cars, sports, careers, food. We men always talk about these things, but not about our health. Did you know that testosterone is responsible for muscle mass, strength, deep voice, healthy hair growth, and the sex drive? With low testosterone, we may not achieve our potential. The good news is that Jameson Power for Men is an excellent testosterone support. Take Jameson Power for Men and perform to your max. Jameson, here for your health.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, people, so welcome back to Breaking Dawn. Now, we have all the conversations taking place. I see all the experts jumping out to talk about these AI data centers. So we just want to run a couple videos. One will be on what is an AI data center, so that you familiarize yourself with it if you don't know. And then the other is the project that took place in China, where they built their data center under the sea. So take me to the first video. What is a data center? Take us to that. Only pay attention.
The data center. A data center houses rows of computers and equipment for storing, processing, and transmitting data. They typically have few windows and extra security, including cameras and sometimes biometric screening. The computers need a lot of electricity to operate and to keep the equipment from overheating. That also requires more electricity and huge amounts of water for elaborate air conditioning. The International Energy Agency says one large data center uses the same amount of electricity as it takes to power 400,000 electric cars. Tech companies are increasingly using their data centers to train and operate artificial intelligence systems. Training an AI model to learn from huge amounts of data requires additional computing power. Conventional data center services run on processors known as CPUs. AI relies on graphics processing units, or GPUs. The IEA estimates that asking OpenAI's ChatGPT to compose an answer requires nearly 10 times as much electricity as a traditional Google search. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google have all announced plans to tap into nuclear energy to help power their US data centers. They've also helped finance new wind and solar farms and other alternative energy sources. In the near term, however, most data centers are still heavily reliant on the surrounding electricity grid, which is largely powered by burning fossil fuels, the primary cause of global warming. This is making it harder for some countries and tech companies to keep their promises to address climate change. What is a data center?
All right, so we have the whole climate change narrative there, which I really neither here or there, but I do be there. Anyway, all right, so that is basically what a data center is. China, however, has accomplished something that you know is going to be a game changer, where they have solved that cooling problem by storing the data center under the sea. Take me to the Chinese data center, the underwater data center.
Just pulled off something that sounds straight out of science fiction. The world's first wind-powered underwater data center. While most tech giants fight rising power costs and heat issues on land, one Chinese company decided to take the servers underwater and power them with offshore wind. So, how does it work? Why does it matter? And could this be the future of cloud computing? Let's dive in. HiCloud is a division of Highlander Group, stock code 300065, a Chinese company founded in 2001 which works in intelligent ocean navigation solutions. The Chinese firm completed the first phase of its underwater data center project off the coast of Shanghai's Lingang Special Area. The project cost around 1.6 billion yuan, or roughly $222 million, and it's being built in 2 stages. Phase 1, a 2.3 megawatt demonstration. Phase 2, scaling up to 24 megawatts in total. The company claims that over 90% of its energy will come from offshore wind farms, while the surrounding seawater provides natural cooling, cutting energy use dramatically. So how do you keep a data center running under the sea? The servers are packed into pressure-sealed steel modules, resting on the seabed and connected to the mainland by telecom and power cables. Cold ocean water circulates around the modules, cooling the racks far more efficiently than air-conditioned warehouses on land. That simple trick drops the cooling power share from about 40 to 50% down to under 10%. And thanks to renewable wind energy, the project targets a power usage effectiveness below 1.15, one of the best in the world. Data centers already consume nearly 2% of global electricity, and that number is climbing fast thanks to AI and cloud computing. By moving facilities underwater, HiCloud is attacking 2 major problems: energy demand and cooling efficiency. This design also saves land space and fresh water, both limited near China's big cities. The company says it can reduce total energy use by 30 to 40% compared to land-based centers. If successful, they plan to scale this to 500 megawatts of underwater capacity. That's like powering hundreds of thousands of homes. This isn't the first time someone tried putting servers underwater. Back in 2015, Microsoft's Project Natick tested a similar concept off Scotland's coast, and it worked. But Microsoft ended the project in 2024, calling it experimental. China, meanwhile, is going commercial. Earlier this year, HiCloud launched another undersea data center near Hainan Island, making this Shanghai project the first wind-powered one. So, while Microsoft made the first splash, China is the first to actually build and scale this idea. This project fits right into China's national push for what it calls Eastern Data, Western Computing, spreading digital infrastructure efficiently across the country. If HiCloud's ocean servers prove stable and cheap to maintain, it could open a whole new category of green data infrastructure: modular, offshore, renewable-powered, and climate-resilient. But challenges remain. Underwater maintenance, environmental monitoring, and long-term corrosion control aren't small issues. Still, it's a bold experiment that could redefine how we think about the Internet's physical footprint. So, data centers under the sea, powered by the wind above. It's a poetic combination of nature and tech, and maybe a glimpse at the future of computing. Do you think this idea will go mainstream or sink like a failed prototype? Drop your thoughts below. Hit like if you enjoyed this deep dive, And subscribe for more stories where energy meets innovation. See you next time. China.
Tell you, boy, leave it to the Chinese, boy. Huh? Just leave it to the Chinese. Don't figure it out, you know. All right, so let me just give let's see if we can get the Minister of Public Administration and AI on with us this morning. Let's give him a call and see. I know it's quite early in the morning. It's 6:37 a.m. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys doing?
Let me get a little volume, fellas. Hey, morning, Minister Smith. How are you going?
I am doing well. I'm doing well.
All right, lovely man. I hope I'm not disturbing your morning breakfast and your coffee or your tea.
Just a morning coffee, but that's all right.
All right, cool man. Well, you know, I mean, Dominic, we have these MOUs that have been recently signed between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States. Right now, we currently in the memoranda of understanding stage as it relates to these data centers. Right now, I just played a video explaining what a data center is, and I also played a video showing the China initiative with the data center being under the sea, right, and being wind powered. Now, since the MOUs have been publicized, there has been a lot of public discussion on, and people have been raising certain environmental concerns, right? Now, how do you respond to those concerns? And seeing that we are at the MOU stage, how does the process go from here?
Yes, well, all good questions. And I want to say happy and healthy good morning to your listening public, firstly, and of course to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I would say that from the onset, as you would have mentioned, the MOUs are fairly preliminary, you know. But what it does do is that it establishes that Trinidad and Tobago is definitely at the cusp of new innovation and new technology, and that investors are seeing Trinidad as a space in which they can direct their capital into investable projects. So I think that yes, there has been concern, and you know, people are entitled to voice their concerns. I don't think there's ever been a situation where the government has tried to, in any circumstance regarding these sort of investable opportunities, to silence anyone from, you know, giving an opinion. But the facts remain that, you know, data centers and the economy surrounding data centers, these are things that are what I have described previously as a zero-sum game. And what that means is that you know, persons could have chosen to invest their capital anywhere else in the world. Right. Why would they choose a space like Trinidad and Tobago? Well, there are several factors. There are obviously geolocation factors, meaning that we are outside of the hurricane belt. There's also the fact that most developed countries, metropolitan countries, have already invested heavily in capital pre the AI revolution. So people are looking for spaces to put their resources. And Stefan, you know as well, the UNESCO reported that less than 5% of data centers worldwide actually exist in the Caribbean and Latin America. So these are factors, obviously, that play a role. Our energy use as well as our price of energy is also a consideration. And naturally, we have the land space to accommodate these facilities. So the government and the ministry has been doing a good job in terms of attracting these investments. And yes, persons would be concerned, as they should, with any major project, you know, happening in their country, in their space, in their backyard. They want to make sure that, you know, these things are safe for their children and their family and so on. But what I say to them is that, again, this is very preliminary. There will be feasibility studies. There will be a technical analysis. There will even be financial assessments of whether or not this is a good fit for our country. But by no means should they be hesitant of progress. You know, sometimes we say anything that you put on the table, persons potentially they would have a problem with. You know, these are one of these things where you have to look at the economic net benefit. You have to weigh the costs of that potential you know, endeavor and engagement, and you balance it too. And that is the role of the government, to provide sustainable employment, to provide jobs, to provide activities that will generate economic activity locally, and you know, to really push Trinidad and Tobago into the future. And I think that is what these memorandum have brought to the table.
Okay. Actually, I was looking yesterday, as you mentioned, Latin America and so on and so forth. I was looking yesterday and I was seeing that like over 800 of these data centers are being built throughout parts of the world, United States of America, Europe, and it said Asia Pacific, right? But there is no island, like a little dot on the map like Trinidad and Tobago, where I have seen any data center being built or proposed to be built. I don't know if we would be the first.
We would certainly be the first of this type. I do know that there is a data center of a lesser scale. I believe it's in Curacao. But also, we have to remember as well that we do have data centers in Trinidad. It's just that the scale that is required for an AI compute data center is speaking about a different tier. Because we do have, the government does utilize third-party data center providers. TSCT also has a data center. You have data centers in Fujitsu. So it's not to say that this is a new thing. It is just the level of compute and the requirement for AI-powered data centers or hyperscale data centers. That is what we're really engaging in, and that is where the market is moving to.
Would these data centers be those that have to be highly secured?
I mean, to a certain extent, you have the build phase, the construction phase, and of course you have the hardware that has to be placed in what they call the white space. So, I mean, to get into the technical items, yes, there will be a level of ring fencing and security, but nothing that is not usual and typical of these type of structures.
And what would be the long-term gains for Trinidad and Tobago? We know that, okay, jobs and these kind of things will be created, but in terms of like foreign exchange earning and things like that, what would be some of those long-term gains, and would that Latin America market be part of the whole plan?
Definitely. This is a direct result of government's intention to diversify the economy into ICT and ICT-related services. This is not by mistake. This is a direct attempt by the government and by the ministry to look at avenues for revenue generation, and this will be a massive income generator and a forex generator, because what you have now is these external potential vendors who will now buy space within the data center to store all of their, to suffice all of their data storage needs. So you're speaking about blue chip companies like Amazon and NVIDIA and Meta, and all of these companies, which are trillion-dollar companies, are always looking for areas in which they can store their customer database on other storage needs.
Right.
So you have a situation where there's a limited supply, and if you can be one of those vendors that provide that service, that product or service, you're definitely going to gain hundreds of millions of dollars in terms of potential revenue.
Okay, and just finally here, given the concerns that some have had, and there seems to be a petition of sorts going around. I think up to yesterday was like almost 9,000 people had signed the petition. How would the government approach those concerns? Would there be a consultation process? How are you all planning to address the concerns of those amongst the population that may end up being a obstacle? I don't want to term them as that, but I remember the smelter plant, and the way that people reacted to the smelter, and it seems like almost the same reaction to these data centers. So, I mean, what would be the plan moving forward in the event that more and more people come out and have concerns about these data centers?
I think, as you rightly said, Stefan, our history, the history of our people have always been one that, persons once an initial idea of this magnitude is put forward, they have their reservations and their concerns. And I think, that's a healthy part of our democracy. But also, you put a road through a forested area, people cry, well, you're removing the trees. But at the same time, communities develop around that road. Right. Electricity happens, and it's a cost of progress sometimes. that persons are not fully bought into. But I think with time as well, the government, will provide information as the projects progress. And it's not going to be a situation where the government is trying to hide anything from the public.
Right.
Certainly, it'll be done in a way that persons will get information as the projects progress. And as I said, there's a level of environmental certification that needs to happen. Those things need to be rubber stamped. You need to have feasibility studies in terms of whether it's technically possible, because you're involved in several ministries, not just the AI ministry. You're involved in the Ministry of Energy, you're involved in the Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs, you're involved in the Public Utilities Ministry. So there are a number of stakeholders that have to be involved for this to become a successful project or multiple projects. And so, that being said, there's so many factors to consider, but as we reach that bridge, we'll cross it. But for now, I would say, go ahead, Stephen.
No, sorry, not to cut you, but would, given what we saw there taking place in China, would China, who would be considered for that construction and development of the data center?
I can't say right now in terms of potential suppliers and so on. I can't say that the companies that we have engaged with so far have been U.S.-based companies. Okay. So the two would have been Ernst & Young International, and I know of Hummingbird as well, Hummingbird AI. Right. And these are both international organizations of high repute. So, for now, that is the level of engagement that we are engaging in, and these are with unknown partners in the U.S.
Okay, brilliant. All right, well, thanks a lot for your time, man.
Oh, I want to thank you again for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
You're listening public. All right, gentlemen. Have a good day.
All right, you too. So that is Minister of Public Administration and AI, Minister Dominic Smith there, speaking on the data centers. So Hummingbird AI Holdings LLC, they are proposing a 150 megawatt AI infrastructure and data center with the potential to expand to 500 megawatts. And Ernst & Young LLP intends to partner with third parties to develop a 300 megawatt data center. All right, so you heard from the minister there, and I know people are going to have their concerns about this, but this is going to open the door for huge, I think, foreign exchange earnings. It's also going to diversify the economy away from the energy sector and into which I think will be the next big sector, if not bigger sector in time to come, which is the AI and technology bracket. So, for Trinidad to be even approached as a little dot on the map for an AI center to be developed, a data center to be developed is, I think, huge in terms of strides and progress. Now, we're all going to have our different opinions on that. And, let's just now, let me just disconnect this thing here. I just had to go from one to the next now. Right. And let me connect to the next one here. I have about, let me see. We have about 6 minutes to take some calls. And we're going to do so. Right. Let me just connect the phone here. The calling phone. Boom. Right. So, you heard from the minister there. So, 327-7400 is the number to call. And you could share your comments or maybe your concerns about the data center. I mean, look, in anything that we're doing, you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Right? And it is obvious that the way that technology has grown throughout the years, especially with AI technology is advancing at rapid rates. Today, it reached one place, and by the time you blink next week, it makes significant strides and has moved on to something else. You understand? So it is very difficult to actually keep up with that technology. So the way that technology is going and the way that China is approaching this thing by coming up with new ways and so on and so forth to power these things, it's, that within itself is somewhat Oh gosh, just now. You know, look, it's progress. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
I'm very happy to hear that the minister hear his views, and I really hope one day we could hear someone in the field who would have their own views on this, but an educated point of view. As the minister is an educated person on this field, I think someone who shared different views on the topic but educated on the field would be good to hear that too. The only thing I was sorry to hear the minister say so much times that he didn't know. And I really appreciate the questions you asked him. It was really balanced.
What did he say he didn't know? Specifically?
Well, the last thing that he said that he didn't know was, well, one of them was that he did not know who some of the persons who they were going to engage in terms of
No, he did. No. He said, hold on. He said Ernst & Young LLP, right, and Hummingbird AI, so far, companies out of the United States. I specifically asked him about if China would be in one of the, any company out of China would be one that would be approached. And that is what he could not say. But he said he knows for now that we're dealing with two companies out of the United States.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
He said he did not. Yeah.
Well,
right?
he can't say that.
Again,
he can't make that statement.
But also this is also a democracy, and the government have their position. And like in the past, where a lot of governments try to set up things for the benefit of the country, but it didn't come true because the people of the country didn't want it. The smelter plant is one, Sandals is one. People share their views. Actually, the opposition share their views about it, about the environment. And Sandals take up themselves and say, we're not going through that. So I just wanted to put that.
That had nothing to do with environment. Sandals had nothing to do with environment.
The point I try to make is that the people will have the final say. The people will have the final say on this, and not the point of view of the government alone. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Well, he did say, I mean, I don't know if always be listening proper. I think he was very balanced in his statement, and he did say that they are hearing the concerns, and these concerns will be addressed. And I mean, that's where they're at right now. We're just at the MOU stage. Morning.
Yeah, he can't know everything now.
It's a developing situation.
Yeah, he's the minister, the junior minister.
What's that?
Is he the minister? Or
he is the minister. He's that, but that is the minister of public administration and AI.
Because I saw somebody else on TV6 speaking on the matter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, he is the minister. Right. He is the minister. Right. Yeah.
So the thing where they're trying to build in penal, right? That's something different.
No. This is it. The debate. This is it. That's what they're proposing. Yeah.
Right. All right. So he can't know everything now, right? Because
that's only obvious.
It's in the preliminary stages at this point in time.
Right.
So I am to say that now is that most things in the preliminary stages, it has come true to be permanent. Take case in point, Atlantic LNG. It was in the preliminary stages because I was in the audience when they were, before they tilled the soil, I was in the audience and they were explaining to us what is the LNG all about. And it came to pass. It so came to pass that the then Prime Minister said, well, only take 2 more in all the question. Right? Which I didn't agree with that mannerism, but it worked out. It worked out. It also the waterfront, when the waterfront project, and you can see the results today. It worked out for us. So sometimes you just have to allow the leaders to lead, right? In terms of environment concerns, we had environment concerns in terms of cell towers. If you remember, we were making a big hue and cry in terms of cell towers, right? The radiation and the this and the that, and who cell tower close to homes and whatnot, right? Yeah, we have to remember them things. And now we go on past that. So if this is something to build revenue outside of the energy industry,
sector, and
the energy sector, and it will feed back in to help the same energy sector. It will be connected in terms of helping the promoting and the progression of the energy sector in terms of the information and the data and the AI and whatnot. So it will be combined and it will help. So we have to allow the leaders to lead. When they mislead us, what we just do? We just give them a timeout.
Well, yeah.
Right?
All right.
All right,
okay. Cool, man. Let me see if I can squeeze one more here before I go to the break. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
The AI technology is something that is new, not just to us, but the rest of the world. As it begins to unfold, there will be advantages and disadvantages. Most of the issues that are being raised now will be basically in the initial stage. But if the world is moving in that direction, we are fortunate to be chosen in this area here to be part of that. But the only thing will happen in Trinidad, if that doesn't manifest itself, will be pure political and nothing else. And then later down the road, then we begin to realize the world has moved into AI and moved into something else, whilst we have been left behind. So the politics now have to play itself in such a way that Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean and the area benefits from it. So that way we will move moving forward. And the politics and some of the negative views is expected. But at the same time, this will not be an environmental issue. This will be more of a political issue, whether it happens or not. You're all good, man.
All right, no problem. Look, there are going to be concerns, yes, but I think that you cannot deny that this is where, or this is one of the directions we have to be headed into. We could be the technology hub of the Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying? And not only the Caribbean, but it could go broader than that, right? Dominic Smith, Minister Smith, has been doing some extremely good work over at his ministry. I mean, we just a year ago, you're flying into Trinidad and Tobago, or you're leaving Trinidad and Tobago, you had to go and write on a piece of paper your departure form and your arrival form. You had to go and write that, you had to have a pen on you and all kind of thing. Now, they've brought everything up to standard where you do it online and that's it, right? And you could fill out the form long before you reach the airport and so on and so forth, right? And put in all the information. The Ministry of Homeland Security, whom I hope we will get on to the minister in the second hour, they are moving towards e-passports by January, right? So that's another upgrade and more along the lines of technology as we enter the next phase of development. So, I mean, look, I was reading the article and the concerns that have been raised. You know what the article said? It was quite disturbing. When it reached the part with concerns have been raised, it immediately went to social media users. So I'm telling you, if you read the story from yesterday or over the weekend, and you read about the AI data centers and the MOUs being signed, and you reach the part with concerns raised, it starts with social media users took to their platforms to voice their, I'm telling you, not technology experts or anything like that, right? It was social media users. That's where it came from. You understand? So, look, there are going to be concerns, and I'm very sure that the government will treat with those concerns as time goes along. But we cannot just stick our heads in the sand and pretend like the world is not opening up. Everybody have one of these. We're walking around with this for. You don't have environmental concerns about this? You understand? What is the next thing too? Look, Seth is on the side here and he's saying, what is a bigger environmental concern, an oil refinery or data center? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm very sure, you see, our electricity rates are low. We have one of the lowest electricity rates in the world, as opposed to the United States of America and other parts of the world where electricity is high. So when you have data centers that are going to use up all that electricity, it comes at a cost. But our electricity rates are the lowest. I am sure we have the lowest electricity rates in the world, or at least this hemisphere. And that is why it's going to be so attractive. But we will see. It's a developing project, a developing story. I'm sure that in time, within the coming months, because I think they mentioned something like 2028 to either complete it or get it off the ground or something to that effect. So we will see as time goes along how the concerns of the population is addressed, how the government moves to alleviate those concerns, and how we progress from there. Okay? Somebody's asking me how many jobs it will create. I don't think that the minister could tell you that now. All right? Obviously, it will create jobs, but to give an estimate or a specific number at this point, I don't think he could give that now, because nothing has been developed, or they're not past they're just in the MOU stage. So we'll see how it develops and where it goes. All right? We're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, hopefully I will get the Minister of Homeland Security on the line, just as I did the Minister of Public Administration and AI. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
We are deep into stoppage time, all. They must be careful here. Oh no! But hang on. They are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. This is unbearable. The goal has been reversed. They have felt everything it is possible to feel.
Welcome to Zambrano's Learning Academy. We are more than just a preschool. We are a family-oriented early childhood center where children are loved, nurtured, and inspired to grow. We'd like to think of ourselves as a safe space. From the moment a family joins our community, our hope is that they feel welcomed, safe, secured, and truly at home. By cultivating positive partnership, education becomes a journey best traveled together. We understand that every child is unique with their own strengths, interests, personality, and learning styles. That is why we believe every child has potential, and our role is to nurture their curiosity, confidence, independence, and love of learning so that they can thrive both in school and life. Using meaningful experiences, hands-on explorations, and proven educational practices, we create and develop a genuine love for learning. Our goal is to help children become confident, capable, independent learners who are prepared for an ever-changing world. We focus on developing the whole child by supporting not only academic growth, but also social-emotional development, problem-solving skills, resilience, and character. Most importantly, we believe that when children feel valued, connected, and understood, they thrive. Enrollment is ongoing at this time. You can contact us at 689-1345. We invite you to experience the warm partnership and sense of belonging at Zambrano's Learning Academy.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Big
sale event at Salinas and Sebastian's. Graduation, prom, weddings, Father's Day, or just stepping into your next big moment. We've got you covered because Salinas and Sebastian's, it's more than a suit. It's the perfect fit when it matters most. From the boardroom to date night, look sharp, feel confident, and show up ready. And because value matters, now is the time to dress best for less. Enjoy 25 to 35% off special suits and create a look that's uniquely yours. Complete the look. 35% off dress shirts. Up to 50% off selected dress shoes with any formal purchase. Sneakers, buy one, get one free, or buy one and get one half price. Ladies, 25% off selected dress shoes for your special moments. Dress for the moments that matters most. Salinas and Sebastian's, located at Gulf City Mall, upper level. WhatsApp 715-9533.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwires Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwire is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwireclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargav Ji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, people, so we're back, and we're inside the second hour of Breaking Dawn. Now, I want to take some calls in this hour as well, but we're 12 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. I do want to see if I get Minister of Homeland Security with us just now. Oh, God, I'm calling him. Wait. I ain't connect the phone yet. Yeah. Let me see if I get him this morning here. Right, connected for calls. Let me just see if I can get him on the line here. Oh God, what doing? What is that doing? Stefan, what is it doing? Wait, oh God, why this thing connected? Yes, no, Hold on. It connected to my watch just now. Oh, right. Now, God boy, this is why I cannot work in the Ministry of Public Administration and AI. Oh, God, let me see if I get him now. Connected now. Let me see if we get him. Turn up the volume there. Let me hear that dial tone. I have a few questions I just want to get some clarity on, particularly this cabinet note that is circulating, and people are saying that they're looking to cancel Independence Day parade and all kind of nonsense. Let me just see if I can find out from him if he answers the phone. Come on, Roger. Give us an answer, man.
Your call
has been... God. Let me see. Let me try one more time. You never know. It's 7:15 in the morning. You never know. Again, I just doing this impromptu. This isn't anything planned. Like me on Game Boy. You feel so? They say he cut it here. All right, I will message him. Let me see. All right, hold on. Let me try and message him here. Just now trying to call. I tell you, we just do these things impromptu, you know. I ain't planned nothing and talked to nobody last night and give me heads up and that kind of thing. But there is a cabinet note that is circulating. You see if I'm coming off of this one. All right? I'm going back on the calling line. All right? We're going back on the calling line. I guess if I call him, I'll try from this phone. Once it's clogged up with calls. If it's clogged up with calls, I'll come off of this one and go back onto this one. All right? Right, cool. I'll see if I get him. If he responds here to my messages, I now message him. I say, look, I'm trying to call you. Morning, I'm trying to call. Right? So let me see if he responds to the message here first. If I don't get a response from him here, we'll stay over here. All right? But there is this cabinet note. You all have the cabinet note? Yeah. It's circulating all over. I don't know why people presume that this means that Independence Day will be cancelled. But this is the information that people are asking for. They want to know if I could give any clarity on it. So what the note says, it appears to be a cabinet note, sent just now, eh? And I don't know if Brian, no, it don't even have a signature on it. If you understand what I'm saying. I'm looking at it, right? I don't know how a cabinet note is made up. I don't know if they sign. I don't know if it have a signature or whatever the case might be. Proposal for the hosting of a ceremonial military parade and route march to commemorate the 64th anniversary of the independence of Trinidad and Tobago on August 31st, 2026. Note D2623 revised, together with the recommendations of the Finance and General Purposes Committee, was considered. Cabinet granted the Minister of Defense and Minister in the Ministry of Homeland Security leave to withdraw the note. I really do not know what that means. I am going to message somebody in the Ministry of Defense now who may know of this. Do you know anything, I'm telling you, about the cabinet note circulating? Right. Francis, if I could get some information on that. All right? Yeah. And Minister of Homeland Security, I ain't got no response from him up to now. So I really don't know what's going on there. All right. So we have that cabinet note that is circulating. I do not see where it says anything about cancelling. You see anything there on cancelling Independence Day Parade? I don't see anything there. I don't see anything there pointing in that direction. So I do not know where that assumption is coming from. Neither do I know. I've never seen a cabinet note, so I cannot say if this is a legitimate cabinet note. I don't know. All right? What I could do is, let me see, boy. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Anyway, in the meantime, as we proceed, let me get to the Philip Alexander situation in Diego Martin. Now, I have been saying for the longest while now that some of these corporations have been playing the fool, okay? And for some reason or the other, they're not picking up the garbage, they're not picking up the grass at the side of the road where the upkeep program is cutting the grass and thing, and they usually leave it on right there. They heap it up and they put it in heaps along the roadway, and then the truck's supposed to pass and pick up the heaps and remove it from the street, right? In some parts, you're not seeing that happening, but I have been saying that there is just this political nonsense that is going on, a political game that is being played by some of these corporations where they're trying to make the Ministry of Local Government look bad, and they're trying to say that they don't have the funding. So Philip Edward Alexander went out on Sunday. He took a drive in specific areas in Diego Martin, and he highlighted how the operation working perfect in certain areas, but yet some areas, right, the commoners now, where the commoners reside, they're just not doing the job properly. Run me that clip now with Philip Alexander, and we'll come back and take a few calls.
This morning to expose nasty game the PNM is playing on behalf of their 1% financiers. I am in West Moorings. See how she drive? That's how you drive when you're in West Moorings, when you're from these areas with a title bond, pulling people's face. They gotta move. I'm driving in West Moorings for you to see two things. No garbage, bush on the side of the road. You will see bush, you will see piles of bush here, there, and everywhere. You're not gonna see no garbage bags. And you're not gonna see no mounds of garbage. And I'll tell you why. Because today is the day in West Moorings when the bush truck passes. Yesterday was the garbage truck, tomorrow was the garbage truck. And in communities like West Moorings and Goodwood Gardens and Goodwood Park and Victoria Gardens and Regents Park and Glencoe and Bayshore, Sabgalands, Shorelands, the picking up of garbage you could almost set your watch by it. It's spot on. Never late. And the reason I'm doing this is to show you that the PNM is trying to incite poor black people into believing that the UNC take away funding from the Diego Martin Borough Corporation to give it to Indian corporations. That's the that Rambles and Rhoda Barrett and the rest of the PNM paid talking trolls putting out there to incite black people to violence. That is what the PNM has resorted to. You see that pile of bush outside Alimony Alley? It's called this building in Westmoreland Alimony Alley. When you get divorced, you come and live here and Alimony's pay the mortgage. That bush is from Alimony Alley Gardeners. And I'm showing you this. This is Alimony Alley on my left. I'm going to turn into Goodwood Gardens. I had started this video in Westmoreland. And I'm going to show you this to debunk Aquila Glasgow Warner and the rest of the PNM trolls that lying to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, but especially to the people of Diego Martin, because Rambles do a video and show an old black woman in a walker walking up her dilapidated ghetto PNM street because she living in a PNM community. So the place in a mess. They can't do that here. They can't do that in Goodwood Gardens. They can't do that in Westmoreland. Aquila Glasgow Warner will get fired this morning if the bush don't pick up in the white people area, in the Syrian people area, in the middle class area, in the 1% area. They're not playing the fool with that. Look the bush truck here. Look the bush truck workers doing their job on time, never late. That's why Westmoreland and Regents Park and Goodwood Park and Bayshore and Sabgalans look nice. Because the funding for the Diego Martin Borough Corporation that the PNM want to thief and use to funnel to all their friends, like a sitting member of parliament on the PNM bench right now who own a company called Airbike or some stupidness that was given regional corporation contracts that never do the work. The PNM is a criminal organization and they're fronting a handful of corrupt and devious Syrian and 1% business interests that want to get back into government to suck the money out of the treasury, because the reason this $3 trillion country has so much poverty is because the criminals that are behind the PNM use the PNM to rob this country. This is the Diego Martin Borough Corporation working hard. Some people put out garbage. They didn't know that today was Bush Truck Day. And the Bush Truck fellas will oblige. This is Goodwood Gardens. But the inciters like Rambles and Rhoda Barrett want you to believe that the corporation had no truck, they had no work, they had workers, they had no gas.
Diego Martin, I have been talking about in Woodbrook for the longest while. And not only Woodbrook, just remember I does St. James, Woodbrook, St. Clair. Right? That's where I does bumper wrong, right? Because in the afternoon when I'm going for a walk or going for a run, I will either go by the Savannah, I will either go to Jackson Square or Nelson Mandela. Right? And I will make a few laps and whatever the case might be, right? And I've been complaining for the longest while saying, why is Nelson Mandela Park looking the way it is looking? You have days, for days, you have garbage pile up there, right? And they will come and pick it up like once for the week. But in the days that it's not picked up, what is happening is that you have all this garbage overflowing all almost onto the pavement, all on the pavement, piles of garbage. And you have children coming there to play the football because you have coaching academies that bring kids there to to train and so on and so forth. You have people coming out there at the park to do exercise. There are aerobics classes and other classes that instructors come and they do at Nelson Mandela Park. You also have the little part there by the little other park where you have the little machines and things, the gym stuff, you know, the exercise machines and so that you could use in the little artificial turf area, right? You have children coming to play on the swing and all kind of thing. The park should be clean. There is no reason for them to leave garbage there, and it's no fault of the workers of the corporation, you know. It is the way that things are being deployed. You understand what I'm saying? Look how clean those areas are. And I am telling you, he's right. Because if you drive down by Rich Plain, right, or one of those areas around that side, I'm telling you it ain't clean so. I'm telling you. And that's not a nice game to be playing. You understand what I'm saying? If I go, you see by Jackson Square? Jackson Square is where, that is wrong in St. Clair there, where you have all the embassy and this official and right. Wrong there's be clean. Is that people just go there to exercise and thing too on an evening, on an afternoon? Clean. It not looking like Nelson Mandela, which is just a stone throw away. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I poured my garbage since Sunday. This morning I come out, the garbage still there. Why? Why they doing that? And then they want to tell you they have no funds, right? And they can't pay the workers for June and all kind of thing. And when the truth came out, it was that the Port of Spain Corporation, while they was writing the PSA to tell them about, oh, they can't pay workers going to get their money late because this, that, and the other. The money was there to pay, one. Two, they were supposed to submit their documents for those payments at a specific timeline. They did not submit the documents, and when they did submit the documents, they sent out one set of errors. And then the Minister of Local Government had to have her staff working over the weekend to correct the errors to make sure that the workers could get paid on time. That's the kind of nonsense going on. So he's right. You understand what I'm saying? When I saw that, I said, no, he really correct, because that is what is happening. You think they could leave those areas so? With 4 and 5 garbage bag pile up any day come? Outside every house? You must be mad. That ain't happening. You're crazy. That can't happen. So then treat everybody the same. You understand what I'm saying? Send the garbage to the garbage and thing be collected. You have mounds of garbage, all kind of fly and dirty pampas and all kind of thing all in the road. And what is going on? And I feel people say, well, the government didn't do the work. But that the corporation work. The corporation has the responsibility to do those things. And you have been funded. Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you about this video about 2 weeks ago, and why animal farmers come to mind, yes? All animals are equal, just some more equal than others. Because if you look at this video, something that jump out at me is that grass trucks are supposed to pick up grass.
Yeah.
But in this video, and I never see it really happen nowhere else, people who pour garbage late, the grass man picking up the garbage.
They're picking up the garbage, yeah. Usually they don't do that.
They don't do that, they only picking up grass alone. And if you look at the video, every single piece of blade of grass that cut, they didn't pick up, you know. They're leaving no scrums on it, no way, you know. Everything getting picked up and it neat, you know.
But telling you, look how nice the place looking.
So when they sing the song, what? We love you so we take good care of you. Apparently they didn't realize they wasn't talking about them.
Oh God. It's just political games, it's games. But
and that is why fellas like Arnold Roberts and Edward Alexander and them, who just voice their opinion and talk it as it is, they would never like them.
Well,
according to Carrie Marcel, well, I can't do this pity mouth thing, but we will never like them.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Yeah, I tell you. All right. 327-7400. But that is, I've been complaining about that for the longest while. I just never get up to say, well, look, I will go and take a drive like we do to show it now. But I'm telling you, I might go and take a little run this evening, and I will pull out my phone, and usually I don't run with my phone on me. You understand? But I will pull out my phone, and if Nelson Mandela is looking the way that I know it, I think it's going to be looking this evening, I will pull out my phone and show it. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. How you going, man?
I cool, man.
Yeah, you see the memo that's circling from Santa Claus?
The cabinet note?
That they, no one that circulating from Santa Claus. That Christmas going to be cancelled. You know, Trinidad is based only on propaganda and thing, boy. So I don't know, a little bit frustrated on yourself because he said that how the highway from the North Pole cave away or flooded out or some kind of thing. So let me tell you something. You see, people in Trinidad and Tobago, when I hear they're so concerned about environment, you know, you just have to sit down and wonder if these are the same people who the main protection against what all the other Caribbean countries and them just be battered with hurricane and the rainy season and thing is the northern range. We sitting by and seeing people building, squatting up and up and up and up, higher and higher and higher like Apaches on the northern range. And when as soon as the slightest rainfall, the whole place flooding out, the whole city flooding out, and they don't concern about environment. You know, that is normal. Then every river you used to go, you would find Cascadoo and thing. Now you had to go and buy from people who are bringing it out from all other different countries and thing. Then anyway, look, the simple thing where Alexander was pointing out, the kind of garbage and how nasty we as a people is in Trinidad and Tobago. These are the same people that are so concerned about environment when you're trying to do something better for the country. We had agriculture to develop Trinidad and Tobago. They waste that. We had oil to develop Trinidad and Tobago. They waste that. We had gas to develop Trinidad and Tobago. They waste that. They never do it. Now opportunities coming in the modern times where AI taking over and all this kind of thing. And remember, we are number 4 in downloading the most amount of porn in the world. So all these people, no, I'm telling these facts, and all these people who as soon as they download Pornhub or whatever, and it's sticking a little bit, their Viagra wear off, they're bad, they're frustrated for the entire day. How do you think the speed would be faster now to see the thing happening? You understand? So they want the cake and they're eating it also, and then they're complaining about progress. Boy, just don't waste your time on these people now. Let the government do what they need to do, because the same sort of people complaining now is the ones who are going to benefit from when these things are happening and it bring revenue to the country. So everyone have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of your day.
No problem. You know, Eraser, you make a point there. When you go by the beach and people leave all the garbage and things by the beach, you don't study the environment, you know. When rainy season come and we see floods taking place, and when you see all these rivers and them pile up with one set of bottles and all kind of garbage and thing that was thrown away, nobody don't talk about nobody like they concern about the environment then, you know. But you know what I mean. And that's not to say that environmental concerns aren't genuine, but it's you know, it's pretty convenient at times, the way that we bring up certain things. Anyhow, we got 25 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. We got to go to the break. We have Seth Wyola aboard with us. We're going to be talking about prostate. That's right, prostate cancer. All right, so I know prostate cancer is a huge topic and one that, you know, people would like to hear, you know, different views on and maybe even ways that they could improve their status if they do or have been diagnosed with prostate cancer. So we'll get to that. Yeah, look, to the corporations, like I say, well, let's stop playing that game. And to Roger Alexander, pick up your phone next time now, man. All right? If you're listening. I did get a message here, though. So this is information that I'm getting from inside, right? The note that is circulating is not true. It is not true. There will be an Independence Day parade, okay, as far as the information that I am getting right now, okay? So whoever circulating whatever they're purporting to be a cabinet note, I cannot verify the authenticity of that, but it is circulating. Since I wake up this morning, I'm seeing it all over social media. It is circulating, and a lot of people are asking questions, right? And they're WhatsApping me to find out if this true, if that true, what is going on, did you hear about this? Listen, or let's stop message me, right? I do not work in the Ministry of Homeland Security, neither am I a part of cabinet, right? But the most I could do is, I tried to call Roger Alexander this morning, I got no answer. I did send a message to somebody who I know that works on the inside. They are telling me that which is circulating is not true, and there will be an Independence Day parade. So we will see we'll find out, I guess, during the course of the day. I'm hoping that the government will put out some sort of communication addressing what is circulating in the public space at this time. All right? And Roger, I didn't get you today, but I will get you tomorrow. And if I don't get you tomorrow, I am going to try and get you on Thursday. And we will see how long. No, we'll see how long. We'll see how long this cat and mouse game will go on. Because I intend to get you on the line. Right? And the longer you take the answer, is the worse thing going to look. So, you understand? All right. And I'm being advised here that it's the Ministry of Defense that is responsible for the parade, not Homeland Security. All right? So the Independence Parade falls under the Ministry of Defense and not Homeland Security. But it ain't that alone that I want to find out about. There are some things that I wanted to find out about as it relates to the prison boss, right? Being sent on leave and all these accommodations that were dealt out or given to Mr. Hadid. The reports coming from the Prison Officers Association. He had a barbering and hairdressing course, that initiative that he started in his community. I wanted to find out about that and the youths and the engagement and so on and so forth, as well as the e-passports. I wanted to get some information on that, among some other things. But he didn't answer the phone today. But I'm telling you, he's going to answer the phone tomorrow. Oh, you're going to learn tomorrow. You ain't learn today, you're going to learn tomorrow. All right, so I'll tell you what, we take the break. When we come back, Seth will be with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
World Cup Finals, view live Sunday 19 July at the AO World Cup Arena, located at All Out, 94 Tragreed Road, Queen's Park Oval, Port of Spain.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Welcome to Antigua Mass. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mass. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to mass, it my dad.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595. to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
We are deep into stoppage time, all. They must be careful here. Oh no! But hang on. They are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. This is unbearable. The goal has been reversed. They have felt everything it is possible to feel.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwires Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwire is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwireclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
All right, people, we are 11 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock now. Just before we get into it with Seth, I got some additional information on that cabinet note that is circulating, where people are having conversations all in these WhatsApp groups about Independence Day parade being cancelled. So I am being informed, one, unless a statement is issued by the Prime Minister, treat with that as mischief. All right, that's one. Two, I am also being advised that it is not uncommon for a cabinet note to be withdrawn, right? Because when the cabinet note goes, when the note goes to cabinet, it may be lacking certain things, like it could be funding or something like that, right? And it would then be withdrawn, which is not uncommon, and then the minister will bring it back at a later date. So it is not uncommon for a note to be withdrawn. It does not mean that anything has been cancelled or anything of that sort. So treat with it as such, unless the Prime Minister herself comes out and makes any statement regarding Independence Day. But for now, the information that I have is that Independence Day period is on. And unless the Prime Minister makes a statement on it, treat with that which is circulating right now and being at the center of a huge discussion all over social media, treat with that as mischief, unless an official word comes out from the Prime Minister. Okay? All right. So we got Seth with us, and prostate cancer is what we're going to be talking about here in 10 minutes that we have. So Seth, go ahead. Where you want to start?
Well, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and all of our viewers locally, internationally, and regionally. Well, prostate cancer is something that affects the Caribbean in a massive way. We are one of the leading regions with regards to prostate cancer in the world, all right? But one of the things that brought why I decided to do this topic on the forefront this morning is because I was reminded, seeing a post the other day of a doctor, local doctor, sharing with regards to prostate cancer, of course, the best way to test for such, or if you're at risk, is for, doing a PSA test. And they were saying that the risk factors are if you're above a certain age, over 50 to 69, but if you are of African ancestry, right? And that, had me thinking. I was like, are we still using race as a factor, as a risk factor for health?
For health, all right.
Race as a risk factor to health? No, that comes with some negative side effects with regards to such. So let's start with the first diagram. I want to start with the first diagram here. Being black is not the disease, right? We have to take a look at the terrain.
That's how you say it, eh? Being black is not disease.
Exactly.
Go on,
being black is not disease. So the narrative that would come out of that is you start with the fear-based approach, which people go in and blame race. They're going to start to blame genes, right? And then they're going to start to fear their own ancestry, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Am I saying because I am born of this ethnicity, I am at risk for a disease?
Okay.
Why haven't we been questioning that? It's not your ethnicity that determines the disease you're going to suffer from. It is the terrain. It's the environment. It is the environment.
And what you consume.
Of course, because what you consume is the major factor with regards to the environment. When I say the environment, I'm talking about the terrain of the body, all right? So what the environment is, what environment is the prostate living in? That is the question we have to ask. Remember, your prostate is living inside your body. It is not something that is external.
Okay.
So how you treat your body is a key factor, right? Let's go to the next diagram. So let's understand some things here. Genes are not destiny. Genes are not destiny. Different terrain, different outcomes. So this will cause us to venture a little bit into what we call epigenetics. Because you have your genes, and we need to remember, your genes are not there to make you sick, right?
Right.
Your genes is actually there to have, your genes have specific purpose. Survival, to rebuild, to repair, all right, to adapt, to heal. Your genes is there to keep you alive, not to bring forth disease. Disease is to increase reproduction in order for the species to continue to perpetuate and exist. Your genes cannot and would never be your enemy.
Right.
And these are things we need to understand. But if you have the wrong terrain, if you treat your body inappropriately, that you affect the terrain of your body, then how your genes are being expressed, certain things can be turned on and certain things can be turned off. So it is the terrain that affects gene expression, and then the outcome can either be disease or repair.
Okay.
Right? So the terrain is the issue because the terrain affects the expression of the genes. All right? So, same genes, different terrain, you're going to get different outcomes. All right? And why does that happen? It's because we treat our body in a manner that is not designed to be treated. So the next slide is going to show something else here. Humans, we have an ancient biology. Our biology is ancient, right? But we are trying to treat this ancient body with modern foods.
Okay.
We are feeding this ancient body modern foods. So you have the sugars, the bread, the starches, the seed oils, the alcohol, the cigarette, the ultra-processed foods, the fast foods, all of these things. But these are things that mankind have never consumed in the majority of our existence. These are things that we recently started consuming that never existed in the times of our ancestors. Our body did not develop to function off of those foods. So there is a biological mismatch. A biological mismatch. So here we are with our ancient bodies trying to consume modern foods. That is going to cause problems. So it's the wrong inputs that damages the terrain, and that causes disease to be expressed.
Right.
Right? What we are eating today are things that has never existed for the vast majority of human existence. All right? Almost, except for 99% of the things people eat today.
Right.
Is things that shouldn't even be in our body. All
Right.
Now, how I could show some example of this. Let me start with the Pima people of Mexico. Let's go to the next slide. So we have the Pima people. So we're going to show the Pima people of from Mexico, and then the Pima people in Arizona. Same genes,
Okay.
right? But different environment.
Right.
Look at the diabetes statistical data from them. The ones in Mexico that live in the more traditional life and following more traditional customs of eating and lifestyle, 6.9% diabetics, right? While the ones in Arizona, same genetics, but different environment, different foods, different customs. Look at the diabetic rate, 38%. So, the more traditional, 6.9. Not saying the traditional is perfect, right? But it's way better than the Western environment.
Which is,
and
yeah,
boom,
38%.
38%,
Yeah.
right? So the environment changed and therefore the disease changed. Now let's see, because we'll say, well, you know, they may have had different genetics because one is living here, one's... Let's look at another example. Let's go to the next slide. Let's see the Asian migrant studies. From Asian migrant studies, you have Western exposure change the pattern. So you have Asians, people from China, Japan, Filipino nations. They already have a lower risk of breast cancer. But when those same people migrated to the West and to the US, all of a sudden, the breast cancer risk shot up. And here's the thing, if they migrated and they stay more than 10 years in the US, their breast cancer risk increased by 80%.
Okay.
80%. Did their genes change when they crossed the border?
No.
No. Genes did not change when they crossed the border. So what changed? The environment, the lifestyle, what they have been consuming. Those are the things that change. So the genes stayed the same, but the pattern changed. So we have to come out of this mindset of blaming genes. But let me show something here. You could stay in your same country and based on your diet, boom, things change. Let's go to the next slide. Let's see the other people. The Aboriginal example here.
Okay.
Traditional lifestyle, and then the modern diet was introduced to them. So traditional lifestyle, they had better metabolism. And then when we introduced the modern diet to them, all of a sudden, they starting to suffer from metabolic diseases, metabolic disorders.
Yeah.
Right? Obesity is rampant.
Fast food, boy.
Diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, all of these things start to become rampant among the Aborigines people. They did not leave their country. They did not leave their environment. All they did was adopt a Western diet, a modern diet. And all of a sudden, sickness and disease. Is that something wrong with their genetics?
No.
Absolutely nothing wrong with their genetics. The fault lies within the diet, within the terrain. Right? Let me put a different analogy to this that would help viewers understand it. Let's go to the next diagram. Let's use the pond analogy. So if you go to a pond and you see fishes belly up in the pond, right?
Yeah.
Is the first thing you're going to decide to do is to medicate the fishes?
No.
Are you going to try to medicate the fishes? Try
No.
to do surgery on them?
No.
Give them injections?
No.
Right? Try to supplement? The first thing you're going to do is check the water.
Correct.
The environment that they are in. That is the first thing you're going to do. Something has to be wrong with the terrain that these fishes are in. Now, what we have to understand is, think of the fishes as your organs. And the terrain is your blood, your limbs, the extracellular fluid, the extracellular matrix.
Right.
Right? So that's all the scaffolding structure of your cells and all the fluids surrounding your cells, including blood and all of these things. Those things are affected by what you consume. What you consume would change the composition and properties of those things, right? Of the environment. That is like the water. So if the water is dirty, is toxic, your organs cannot be healthier than the environment that it resides in.
Right.
It cannot be healthier than the environment that it resides in. And the same way, you wouldn't blame the fish and try to medicate the fish and give them injections and all sorts of stuff. When you're seeing them belly up in the pond, the first thing you're going to do is want to clean up the pond, and you're going to put them in cleaner water. Yeah. All right? That is the mindset that we need to adopt with regards to diseases to the human body. Right? Now, let's bring it back to the cancer issue. So let's pull up the next diagram with the cancer issue. So when it comes to prostate cancer, of course, we have to look at the terrain. Right? And we have to ask that question. Ask what environment the prostate is living in. Is insulin levels high? Is the body in an inflammatory state? Is there glycation taking place? And what are the factors that causing glycation, that causing the insulin levels to be high, that is causing inflammation, that is causing the hormonal imbalances, that is causing the nutrient deficiencies? These are the things that we have to address. All right? The prostate lives within the terrain. Right. It has nothing to do with being black. There is no disease that is race-specific and that is caused because of your genes. It is because of the environment that you have the body in, that you have the terrain in. What people are doing today, and it's unfortunate, is we are trying to force the body to live under conditions it was not designed for. Our bodies are ancient and it would continue to remain ancient. Our genes are not going to change. They're not going to change. Our bodies are going to continue to remain ancient. And this is why people could come up with all sorts of products, right? And push and market it to the individual, because people thinking, oh, science would some way find a way for us to continue to eat a modern diet with an ancient body. They'll find some drug. I could tell you this today, it would never happen. It would never happen. It cannot happen.
You sure, boy?
I am 100% sure. Because how long pharmaceuticals exist? Since the 1880s, right?
Yeah.
Since the 1880s, the pharmaceutical companies exist. Since the 1880s.
That's not they go make a tablet and it go be a meal, you know. Let's take the tablet tastes like a hamburger or pizza or some kind of thing, so you know. Don't be surprised.
It already have things like that.
Like
little jelly bean stuff that they're making with different flavors.
Serious?
Right?
All right.
But
just so we go be like the Jetsons, you know.
But the nutritional value, nutritional value is not good.
Yeah, just so we go be like the Jetsons. So
yeah, we watching the sci-fi shows and we thinking that it could be done in reality. For example, breast milk. Have we ever been able to recreate breast milk?
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
No, you can't recreate that.
Cannot recreate it.
No.
Something as simple as breast milk, we can't recreate. We would never be able to. We would never be able to.
Yeah.
Right? There are certain things we just cannot do and we need to accept. You cannot heal the body while keeping it in a toxic environment. You cannot continue to consume toxic foods, modern foods, and expect the body to heal. That is why I wrote my book, you know, Stefan.
Right.
I wrote my book showing that it's because we have these ancient bodies. It's because we are consuming these modern foods, things that we are not designed for. That is why we have all this sickness, right? And we need to understand that, we need to accept that. We need to be willing to change that if we want to heal. And people really and truly have to ask themselves, do they really want to heal? Or do they just want to find a way to cope within the toxic environment?
No.
Because that is what a lot of people are looking for. When I show people, I have had people come to me with health issues that they have seen other clients have had those issues reversed. But in the medical world, the mainstream system, it is stated that those issues cannot be reversed. But I have people that I have reversed those issues. And so they came to me for that. And when I show them the things that they need to change, they'll need to do the nutritional therapy program. You know, they are still thinking they could find another way to not change the modern diet and heal. They want
Yeah,
to
you gotta-
find a
yeah,
way
you
to
gotta-
not change the modern diet and heal.
Yeah, but I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got to adjust. I mean, I have been adjusting. It ain't easy. But the diet now, it ain't easy. Up to Sunday, I know tell them I went to watch a movie, but when I go to watch a movie, I had to eat popcorn, boy. So I had a regular bag of popcorn and a panini, right, with a bottle of water, which are not supposed to be eaten because you have a specific diet. But that is the only day in the last 3 weeks that I went off course. I've been sticking to it 3 weeks straight, feeling better. I realize the side here gone.
Yeah.
Right? It's the front here now. But the side's gone. The love handle's gone because I was all out here. And that's already gone. But I know this is the hardest part.
Yeah, so that will take a little more time.
Let's go take time. God, boy, said, boy, how much more time, boy? How much time, boy, said, boy?
But the thing is, too, even if it goes, you still want to continue to eat that way as well.
No, well, yeah, but how much more time? How much more time?
That depends. It varies with everybody.
It varies with everybody.
It varies with everyone.
At the end of the day, it's just along the lines of what he's saying as we just wrap up here because we 8:07. Along the lines of what he's saying is that you have to make changes in order to progress. You cannot expect to reverse a disease or anything for that matter in your life unless you make a change. You must make a change, right? If somebody's addicted to drugs, they're always going to be addicted to drugs unless they come off the drugs.
Correct.
Right? The same thing with alcohol, cigarettes, things like that. It's the same thing with your diet and eating and your health. You know what I mean? You got to make adjustments.
One of the important things about it is people need to have the right information because when it comes to, as people trying to blame genetics, which it shouldn't be at all, right? They'll say, oh, it's hereditary, my father had it. What really passes on in family is how they eat.
That's right.
The cultural practices. You know what also passes on in family? Misinformation.
All right.
Misinformation is passed down generation to generation. So that is happening, and this is why I wrote, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, to educate and correct the misinformation order with regards to nutrition and diseases.
All right, so with that, you could give Seth a call, 279-3935, or you could get him on 761-1952. And of course, he has a book available, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. You can pick it up at RK Bookstores, Amazon. You could also go to Nelson's in Tobago, or you could get a digital copy on Gum Road. All right, so we got to wrap things up. I want to thank Seth for his time. I hope you guys are paying attention. We got to take the final break. When we come back from that break, we got the birthdays to deal with, and then we're out of here. Don't go anywhere. Your birthdays and anniversary and everything will be addressed when we return.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Let's get it started.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, people, so we're back and we have some birthdays to get to before we wrap things up. So we want to say good morning, Breaking Dawn. Let me see. This is Dawn. Okay, so Dawn is saying hello to Breaking Dawn. Today is my daughter's birthday. Kimberly wishing her a happy birthday from her mother, Dawn, and sister, Kizzy, and the rest of the family. So Kimberly, happy birthday to you. All right, coming on from your mother, your sister, and the rest of the family. We also got to say happy 59th birthday to my boy Hayden. Hey, Raul, what going on, Raul Philip? Raul Philip, man, out in Miami. What's up, my brother? Happy 59 to you, my friend. And hopefully, we will be back together again in October, Miami Carnival. And we hitting the road. We have some runs to make. Nice, man. Pick up yourself, Hayden. Enjoy yourself, man. Also, a good friend of mine, Kevin Galera, who works out in the Middle East. His mom's birthday is today. Betty, happy birthday to you. From Olivia, Kevin, Zane, and Sherwin. All right, and she's an Argentinian fan, as you could clearly see. She was out at the World Cup this year as well. All right, I wonder if she's going to our game tomorrow. I wonder if she's still outside and going to our game tomorrow, boy. That's the big one, you know, England, Argentina. Plenty history there, you know. Happy 5th birthday to Samaya, coming from your parents, Shivana and Shiva, your grandmother, Annie, your great-grandparents, Lazina and Amadat Bahadur Singh, along with the entire Bahadur Singh family. And they love you, princess, and God's blessings on your special day. Samaya, happy 5th. Then, happy heavenly birthday, Dad. Both my mom and dad start out on your program 1 month ago for their 48th wedding anniversary, not knowing Daddy was going to leave us soon without saying goodbye. No signs of any sickness, which made it even harder for us. The most easiest death anyone can ask for. Happy heavenly birthday, Daddy, aka Ram Singh, from your loving wife, Chandra Ram Singh, your 4 loving children, Savi, Dave, Navin, and Pavi, and not forgetting all your grandkids and your in-laws from Rio Claro. We miss you so much as you celebrate this special day of yours in heaven. Dance with the angels, Papa. May Lord Krishna accept you in his arms. Fly high, my king. We love you forever and always until we meet again. All right, man. So, happy heavenly birthday going out to Ram Singh. All right? And to the family, condolences to you. And it gets easier as time goes along. But, how I could put this, boy? It gets easier. But you do not forget. Let me put it that way. Yeah. The memories are there. It will stay with you forever. But the grief and the grieving process and the pain and the hurt and the sadness, it gets easier over time. And when I say over time, I ain't talking months, eh? We're talking some years. All right. Happy 12th birthday to Emerson from your parents, Priscilla and Goodson in New York. And grandparents Amadat and Lazina from Aruca in Trinidad. We wish you many more to come. Birthday wishes from your 5 siblings, your nephew and niece and brother-in-law. We love you and wish you many more to come. Enjoy your day and stay safe. Nice man. And that is Emerson out in New York. You don't know. And finally, good morning, Stefan, sending 25th wedding anniversary to Rory and Celicia, wishing them both many blessings with love, happiness, and long life together. We, your parents, Kishore and Monica, love you both. All right, so Rory and Cecilia, happy 25th anniversary, wishing you many, many more to come. You know, I'm watching these pictures here now, when you watch your young pictures, and then you look and you see how you aged, it is still a serious story, you know. And the one most consistent story, we were all slimmer back then. Yes, we were. All right, so I tell you what, set laugh, yes. It is true, it is a fact. All right, we were slimmer when we were younger, and now, cheese, boy. I'm telling you, boy, I don't know. So, Chris, all that dessert you like to eat, it come in, you know. Enjoy it. Your metabolism good now. Go ahead.
I plan on maintaining the same size.
You maintain it? Well, obviously. Yes. So people, we out for today until tomorrow. Behind the badge and Pastor John will join us. But we out for today. Enjoy your day. And we will see where the developments go. We will see if any information comes out on that supposed cabinet note that was withdrawn and what the real factor is. Because we got an email here this morning as well. If I could, before I close, let me acknowledge the person that sent the email. Because they are saying no Independence Day parade. Morning, sir. Normally when there is an Independence Day parade, all the protective services and the unarmed section of this country, security arms, we usually get a memo from National Security to start our drilling rehearsals 1 month in advance. At this point in time, we have not gotten no such directives, and Independence Day is about 2 weeks away. I guess this should answer the question. Well, actually, it doesn't answer the question because we really haven't heard any official word on anything. But like I said, as it relates to that note that is circulating, that is causing quite a discussion, unless the Prime Minister comes out and makes a clear statement on it, I would ignore that for now. And two, I have been informed that it is not unusual for a cabinet note to be withdrawn for specific reasons and then brought back by the ministers. So we do not know if somebody just leaked the withdrawn note and not the note that they returned with on where that is concerned. So we will see. Until tomorrow, all your wholesome strain. And be safe. We out.
Take care.